What's up? It's Caleb. I'm just, trying to make an effort to put out some more content. This was me. This is about a 13-minute video coming up. It's me detailing my trip to LA, the fact that I booked a room right next to Skid Row without knowing it. And this is pretty much starts off of me Googling weed store near me. And this is what happens. Googled weed shop, and it sent me, I went to the closest one, and it was there was like filth and needles on the street, and there was this door that was locked. It was, and I was like, what the fuck? And they wouldn't let me in, and then some other guy came up, and they let him in, so I went in behind him. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it was just this little narrow hallway with a glass counter at the end of it, and I was like, yeah, I'm looking for some weed. And he pulls out 2 big jars of fucking swag, it looked like. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go somewhere else. And I left. I don't know what kind of shady shit that was, but it says it was a weed store on Google, and it wasn't. I also spent most of the night. I finally found a good weed shop. Went back and smoked some kind of fucking sativa that had my ass panicked. I was staring at the door, convinced somebody was gonna kick it in and blow my brains out. The whole time I was in South LA or something, way away from. I didn't know anything about it, but everything's an hour away, no matter where you're at. There, on the 405, fucking. I was driving a little, what are those little cars? Shitty ass fucking, teeny tiny fucking, almost like a Mini Cooper, but shitty, and, I don't know, but the fucking, they wanted to see an itinerary at the fucking car, rental place, and I didn't even know I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then I slid my card one time, and I didn't read any of the fine print or any of the details, but apparently you have to pay with a credit card, and you can only swipe your card once. If you fuck it up, you can't try again. They just move you out of the line and tell you to call somebody else, It was Fox Rental by LAX, and I was like, what the fuck, So, I had an SUV, so I wound up paying more money for a fucking teeny tiny car because I didn't realize it had to be credit. I was trying to swap my debit card, and then, I was like, well, I can do credit, and she's like, oh, it's too late, sorry. I was like, what the fuck do you mean it's too late? So that's the kind of, they're used to people, showing up and not wanting to go home, It's, I guess that's what it's famous for. You show up and you just can't leave that motherfucker. Probably like Hawaii or something. Kind of similar, but then you're surrounded by fucking celebrities, and you think, just random shit. Like, I was driving through Beverly Hills, just to check it out, and I see fucking Marilyn Manson in this big black fucking Mercedes. Just looks like shit. You see this motherfucker coming from a mile away, and I was like, oh my god. And I was pretty sure fucking Jada Pinkett was in traffic behind me. Every time I would glance into a mirror, she would be looking at me, looking at her. I would look in this mirror, she's already looking at me. I'm looking at that one, she's already looking at. I was like, oh my god. I was in this tiny little fucking tuna can car. I can't think of it. Fiat. It was on them little Fiat fucking hunks of shit. And I was paying more for that than I did the fucking loaded SUV or whatever that I was supposed to get from Fox. And anyway, fucking time of my life, I went, and I was real quiet for the first couple days, I didn't say anything. I would just go sit and hang around, and then finally I decided to break the ice, so I fucking went up to Boone Shakalaka. Fuck, I don't know if it's a guy, girl, they, them, I don't fucking know what's going on with that, but first one to talk to me, she's like, he, she, I don't know, they said, God, this is so complicated. They said, you want a shirt, And I was like, or do you want to buy a shirt? And I was like, okay, yeah, I don't have any cash, I can buy you a beer. So he's like, PBR, she, PBR. And I was like, okay, cool. So got him a tall boy PBR and gave me the shirt. And I fucking wore it around half the day before I realized it was something about AIDS. I was like, God damn it. Now it looks like I have AIDS. And then fucking from there, I just fucking turned up. I mean, that was all it took, was for me to just talk to somebody, start talking to somebody. And I just went ham. Like, I saw these fucking 2 guys and a girl at the bar. And they ordered 3 shots of tequila, and I just slipped in beside them, and I'm like, make it 4. Hate to fucking mess up a line or whatever. And we were just fucking having a blast all night long after that. And, yeah, then I got a little too comfortable, a little too chatty. Next couple days, chugging Jaeger, yelling the N-word, typical fucking cracker Georgia boy shit. And I don't know, just, apparently I had a real strong opinion about it, and I wasn't going to let anybody convince me that I was wrong. And, yeah, fucking, I had to go piss, and the way it worked, I love the Comedy Store, that outdoor bar, oh my god, because it's like the fucking heartbeat of that place, everybody's coming through, going to the different places. And you can just hang out. You don't have to have tickets to shit. You can just sit there. And I wanted tickets to see Joe Rogan, and it was sold out. And I was walking to the bathroom, and I look over to the left, and he's standing there on stage, and I was like, holy fuck. And I was sort of mesmerized for a minute, and then I saw him, look at me, and I was scared he was going to call me out. So I, ran off. Because I'd already been called out a couple times. I tried to sit in Christina P. I tried to sneak into back in the back of one of her shows, and fucking some lady ran me off. She's like, shoot, get out. But I spent a fortune at the fucking bar, so, I'm like, I should have free range around this motherfucker. Do you want to see my bar tab? I've paid for plenty of tickets. And some, and, I was a very generous tipper. Too, I was having a blast. I didn't do much, I got the cheapest fucking hotel I could find, and wound up missing my flight back home, kind of accidentally on purpose. I just could not get on it. I'm like, I can't. And then there was this dude, and I worked it out with the rental place and shit, so I could keep the car for another couple days. And found another flight, but I couldn't pick my seat, because on Frontier, I got the emergency exit extended row seats or whatever, and nobody was sitting in either of the 2 seats beside me, and same thing on the other side. It was just a one dude by the window, and the rest of the fucking plane was packed to the rim. I felt like a fucking superstar, and I had the same seats coming back, but I had a 18-hour layover in Colorado, and which I thought was cool at first. I was like, oh, I want to see Colorado, but then I missed that flight, and so I ended up having to book a middle seat on fucking Delta. Worst fucking 4 hours of my life. I wanted to die the whole time. I was actively praying for the plane to just fall out of the sky. I was like, if the ground is any closer than me getting off this plane, that offer stands. Up until the point where it's faster for me to just get off the plane, that's how miserable I was. Fat boys don't fit middle, it just don't work. And that was my first time ever flying in a plane on the way out there, and my second, so it was the best, basically first class fucking luxury experience on the way out on Frontier, a discount airline. And on the way back, it was fucking claustrophobic, fucking nightmare from hell, just absolutely awful. And I was late because I was drunk, of course, and trying to get on the plane. And I still didn't want to leave, but I didn't have any more money to buy another ticket and extend my shit, so Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I left a credit card at home with $1,000 on it, and that's all the money I had when I got back. And I was kicking myself for not bringing it. I was like, God damn it. I could have stayed another week. Well, 3 days with that. But yeah, best fucking time of my life, and that's one of my biggest regrets in the world is not going out there when I had a chance. And because, I mean, it was, 4 or 5 months later, I got the DUI, and then from there, it was just all hell. Just, my life's been hell ever since. And, I was watching that video, I'm like, that's a confident, happy, comfortable guy. Even though he's fucked. He's already made a stupid choice, but he don't know how fucked he is, He has no idea just how fucked he is. The naivete, I'm glad I found that. It was on YouTube, but I had it blocked off from the public, of course, like everything else. I was scared to death, fucking put anything out online. And now I'm getting over it, so I'm being a little bit, I don't know. The shit I'm posting, the shit I'm saying, it's just how I feel, man. I don't know. Some of it's just whatever. But I am the reason that I'm this fucked. It's my fault that I'm this fucked. If I wouldn't have done all that crazy shit, and I did get that DUI, I could have fucking swapped any of my stack of credit cards to taken care of it, and it wouldn't have been a, huge deal. It wouldn't have been nearly as huge of a deal as it was. And I would have been probably more apologetic if it wasn't like, you motherfuckers were waiting until I just got a breath of air, and now you're going to take every fucking dollar I got. So basically, and that pretty much just sealed the fate on my credit score and everything. I was like, there's no way in goddamn hell I can pay back, all this debt and deal with this DUI. So I just let the debt go and fucking pushed off the DUI as long as I could. I really thought I could. I was pretty sure I wasn't going to get out of it, but I knew that I really felt like I had a good case for a rights violation. I still think everything about it was rights violation as fuck. And, from start to finish, the very day I got out of jail, the last time. First night I went to jail, to the last time I got out, it was a lot of things that I thought my rights protected me from. I thought my rights protected me from this. That's, in that video I said, God damn it, I love America. And I did. I really did. I didn't think there was a problem on earth with it. I thought everything was fucking fine and dandy. And, what is that old saying? Lessons not learned in blood